Welcome, my name is Tashara and this is StarMade. I thought it was time to do another ship showcase episode, and in this episode I want to showcase two different ships, and the one you see in front of me is the first one of those two. This is actually the Prospect class resource collector created by Town 777, if I pronounce that correctly. This was a request, but I also had this on my list to do a ship showcase on this anyway, because it was just released after I did my own release of the Galactic Training Ship, so it caught my eye. And this is a very nice, well, it's not a very big build, but just big enough, basically. It will make a very decent resource collector for mining asteroids for its size. And it's actually in general, a very simple shape. It's sort of a rectangle, but rounded out, so sort of a tube. But it doesn't have a whole lot of other shapes that stick out of the base shape that's being used. But there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of stuff going on with this design. We'll start at the front. Of course, we have our very familiar mining array that basically has been done many times before with mining ships. This was also on the icon of the page on the docs downloads page for this ship, so I don't think that's actually an icon that will catch anybody's eyes that much, because yeah, a checkered pattern of these modules will show you what type of ship it is, but it's not something that will show you what the ship itself looks like. So that's might be something you could change. But that's just a tip from my end. But like I said, it looks like a very simple shape, but if you look closer, you see that it actually consists of three different parts. We've got the front part that houses the mining array itself. Then we've got a connection to a second part with these brown, what do you call them, struts? At least connecting parts. Then we've got this technical bit over here with, I think, the bridge on this end, and I think there is there's a airlock of some sort here on the top, so that's our way in. And then there is the third part connected again with all kinds of hull types and pipes and things like that, all technical stuff. I kind of love that build style, to the engine part of the ship. So it's a very logical division in the ship. You've got your working part, you've got your basically your housing part for the crew, and then you've got your propulsion part of the ship itself. Very logical. And if you zoom in a bit on the hull itself, we do have some sort of, I don't think this is an airlock per se. I think this houses some sort of module, or I think an escape ship or something. You could download that as well, but I don't have it here on this blueprint. Then we have a small turret here. It's probably an AMS turret of some sort. And then over here we've got a room for more turrets if you want, bigger turrets I think. But there's no turret connected on this end yet, so it's a bit of a customization you can do with this ship. And then we have the plating all the way here that houses the mining array itself. Very nicely detailed with the light gray or lighter gray hull striping in the regular dark gray hull over there. And some nice details at the front, and if I'm correct, the outer hull is not really directly connected to this. So we've got space between the outer hull and the inner workings of the ship. So that's quite interesting to see, because that means that there's a lot more going on than you might think. Yeah, if you look here, this is a picture that was on the page as well, the download page. Let me hop out of the core for a second. Let's peek inside. Yeah, you can see all kinds of things going on here, back here, but with the lighting really nicely done to the side here, so you can sneak peek into some of the machinery that's basically driving how this ship operates. At least that's I imagine that's what it does. And basically this adds a whole layer of additional detail you can add to a ship that's only visible if you look really closely. Same thing with this here. Look at this, all kinds of pipes and other machine things. I'm not sure if this should be visible. It's very dark in here, but if we jump out again, I can probably do something with a flashlight or something. Yeah, this is I think this is different modules, different cargo perhaps, or something like that. We might have to go into build mode to see that a bit better once we get to the core. That's quite interesting. Yeah, this part is a bit more open, so you can see a lot more of the detail that would be otherwise hidden behind the outer hull. Yeah, all kinds of piping here as well. To do that, and it is asymmetrical in the way that the detail is presented. It's something I really love, by the way. For example, this turret over here has got this this armor plate behind it, but on the other side it does not, because then we have the tanks and then this connection bit for this drone or escape module. And then we've got the connection to the engine part over here with all kinds of detail as well. Really nicely done. And last but not least, the engines themselves. This is a very interesting engine setup. So it's not, as you often see, the whole back of the ship as an engine. Instead, we've got these small engine nozzles that are of course visible with the engine block itself, so they will light up when you push this the ship full throttle. And it's basically framed with this well, not sure what to call it. It's not to direct thrust from the ship, but it's basically to protect the thrust nozzles, I think. Nicely done with the fences here, or the grates, or whatever you want to call them, and some piping to connect everything up. So really nicely done. This is a prime example, I think, of getting a basic shape and then detailing it in such a way that it is really interesting to look at. So let's go inside to see how much interior this thing has. This is a very complex door by the looks of it. Does it work with? Yeah, it does work with a button. You can do that, of course, or you can just open it if you are the owner for the ship itself. Close it up. Oh, and you are automatically put into gravity, so that's nice. Yeah, this is just a simple airlock by the looks of it. What do we have here? Some sort of... yeah, I think this is an elevator by the looks of it. Yeah, so press this button. Does an elevator pop up? Yeah, it does. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. Activate maintenance mode. Does it do anything? I don't see anything. Does it do something with the displays? I think it does. Online. Huh. Quite nice. So this is basically a bridge without a window. That's actually quite clever, because you got the displays over there. You can just point information of things you want to bridge crew to see on there. Yeah, really nicely done. So we've got a button here as well below the console. Does that do something? Not sure actually. Or does it do something with the lights? Or something above here? Oh, I think it's probably armor, perhaps? No, it's not. Not sure yet. Let's take the elevator down, see what is downstairs. There we go. And what do we have over here? This is a some sort of room for the crew to gather. Yeah, news reports, small kitchenettes or something like that, and a transporter, of course. Can we go here? No, there's nothing over there. So very minimal crew quarters, but yeah, the ship is not that big, and some computer things here to have maintenance of your ship, life support, things like that by the looks of it. But not much else beside this. So yeah, the interior of this ship is very small, but very nicely detailed. Actually love that there is an elevator in this, even for such a small ship. Kind of gives a bit more interaction for your ship design. Let's hop into build mode for a second. If I can get to the core. There we go. Let's see about this front part I wanted to see. Let's see if we missed anything in here. Yeah, lots of detail. Lots of detail. But the rest is, yeah, not really usable for additional interior space. So yeah, we've already seen this part. But we can take a look at all the piping that's gone in here. This is amount of detail that you're not expecting people to see this always, because there's a lot of work going on under the hood, so to speak. I think we need to go into lighting mode for this part a bit. Light mode, yeah, look at this. All kinds of things. And I think this is solid with systems or something like that. Yeah, and this is storage for your mining goods. So basically this is connected to the mining array over here, and this is all solid systems. So yeah, there's not additional interior I missed in this. Same for the engines, I think. Let's see, yeah, it's solid engines with the power over here. Did I miss something for? Oh, yeah, you can basically go in here to see where the power block is. So very nicely done. I'm not going to test the systems themselves because it's going to mine. I already know that. There's not a whole lot of other things you can do with this ship. And that's exactly, of course, what it's built for. So very solid job on the design, and excellent job on the detailing of this ship. Very well done. The second ship I wanted to take a look at today is this one. This is the Nauvinoc Omin-Ship prototype. Difficult names. This was built by Ultra Unknown. And apparently, according to the download page, this was built within a day. So that's very impressive to build a ship this detailed in one day. There is, by the looks of it, a couple of repeating patterns, but it's still very impressive to build a ship this size in a single day. And there's a lot of use of the slapper blocks in this design. Gets some really nice angles that way within the overall shape of the ship. It's very difficult to pull off in a very consistent way, but the looks of it, it is, yeah, it's not symmetrical because by the looks of it, the bridge is over here on this side and not on the other side. We do have a window over there, but that doesn't look like a bridge. We've got a antenna sticking out on that side as well. And this is basically, as far as I understand it, a ship with lots of turrets. So it's got 3 on this side and then 4 at the top, And then on the other side of the ship it got 3 additional turrets as well, so that's quite a lot of turrets that can basically shoot in any direction, so that's probably the reason why it's called the Omniship, or omnidirectional, probably. And we've got some storage of something here with a tank that's basically the same. It looks similar as the docking point for the turrets, so that's probably something you can switch out if you really want to, and then add additional turrets, or perhaps do all of those turret points docking for cargo or something like that. And then this nice big engine block with lots of details and piping at the back. Let's see how the engines looks. Oh, nice and yellow. I really love how the different size engines are grouped together. It really adds a lot of character to a ship like this. Yeah, it is symmetrical on this end. Yeah, this block is symmetrical on both ends, both by the looks of it. Lots of additional piping and doodads on this part as well. So basically the blue hull is the outer protection layer, and that's protecting the inner workings of the ship. We've got some space in here as well for something. I'm not sure, is this a hangar or something like that? This is glass, right? Yeah, this is glass. So it's not a hangar, because it is not a glass door. Yeah, and this side is basically the same with, like I said, the 3 additional turrets, and then the orange storage over there as well. And then we've got this this bottom part over here. Not exactly sure what this is, because it's not turrets, some sort of communication array or something with all the antennas. And there is something, yeah, there is something docked here. It got rails, but not sure what it's used for yet. But we're going to find out. I think there's probably a button inside somewhere that we can press. But yeah, now the question is, how do we get inside? I don't know yet. There's no airlock at the front, I think. Oh, there is. Okay, so it's basically an airlock right at the bridge over here. And with the looks of it, with a rail dock door, that's always nice, because this is not a regular door block. So if you go inside and if you press this button, the door goes down. Nice. This is not an airlock. No, it's directly into the interior of the ship. That is not that it's a bad thing, but yeah, yeah, air will escape if you had air. Yeah, we have to go over here for gravity. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Come on, press it. Why am I not getting gravity? Activate. Not sure why it's not activating, but okay. No gravity. Okay, over here we have some sort of navigation thing. Toggle antenna. Require 10 seconds delay between toggles. If you can basically prevent people from toggling this with logic. Just basically do a T flip-flop and then only make it able to activate it when the animation of whatever is you're doing is done. Then you can press the button again. But the core is not here. Is it on the other side then? Perhaps. This is more of a workstation thing with computers. This is probably an elevator. Yeah, this is an elevator, because there's nothing in here for additional. No, there's no additional interior here. But yeah, nicely done with the color scheme in here as well. And then we've got this very long hallway all the way along the ship itself, I believe. And this is basically the control panels for I assume the turrets and things like that to maintain them, because there is not enough space, I think, for rooms on the side. So it's basically directly connected to those turrets, I think, or at least very close to it. Now, and the core is over here in the back, or in the middle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there's not a lot more to it, or yeah, we go here, and then we've got this space over here. This is a bit bare. We could put something here, so basically living quarters or something like that. That would be nice, because that at the moment this ship doesn't have any. So let's hop in the core, because I want to know what that button does. ONs is here. No, that's the button. I just thought I saw a AI core or something like that. Yeah, this is the only interior this ship has, correct? So there's not a lot interior going on, but it does have. Looks really nice, but except for these two parts of the sides, they don't look finished, or at least not decorated with finish or something like that. Yeah, and over here, yeah, we've got a bit of space here, but that's not really interior. This button, yeah, I do have the connection pipes visible in my settings. So try to keep that into account when you're building something, that some people will have that turned on and some people don't. If you want, you can basically do it wireless if you connect to one of those 3D buttons that we have. Oh, it does something with the pot. Ooh, that's really nice. This is a multi-parter. So this part moves and this part moves, and then it rotates. Really nice. So this is the antenna array. So you can find the enemy ships with this antenna array and then shoot them with all the turrets you have. So if you press it again, if you're fast enough, then we can see how it moves. Oh, very, very nice. Yeah, this is the amount of detailing and logic and animation together that really brings a ship to life, in my opinion. Really nicely done. Quite like this ship, how it was built and how it animates. Especially for a ship that was built in 1 day. I still can't believe it's in 1 day. So yeah, I think with additional detailing for the side rooms over there in the back, then this ship should be done. Quite nicely put together. Quite like it. So I hope you liked those two ships in the ship showcase episode this week. Because I haven't built anything this week. I just had to basically relax a bit after the ship release of my own. And if you want other ships to be shown in Ship Showcase episode, let me know. Just point me to the download page on the docs, and I'll see when I can get to that. Because I think this is one of the ways that you can really give people a lot of feedback on ships, because it's quite nice to have downloads or likes on your ships, but actual feedback is that much more valuable to builders. So hope you enjoyed that episode, and I'll see you next time.